Do the fucking intro.
Here we go again.
What's up, y'all?
That's another thing. At what point do you, I don't want to say like give up on your dream, but like,
I ain't gonna never stop dancing. I'm gonna be fucking 80.
like I go through spurts where I just don't bake at all. Like,
I think it's just passion. Like, there's a difference between having a dream and having a passion, in my personal opinion.
I agree.
So, like,
Definitely.
I'm passionate about what it is I do. So, I don't think it's ever gonna leave me. Like, will I stop doing it as heavily as I do now? That may be a different story.
But
But will it ever leave me? No.
is it your dream to dance though? Like, is that your?
I think
My actually real dream is to be a choreographer.
and passion.
So,
like, I couldn't see myself being like a full-time baker all day, every day. I don't think I could do it.
Oh, stuff like in that area? Because you don't
Maybe
always
like
have to bake.
owning a restaurant or something of that type. Maybe
You can own a chain of bakeries as well.
right.
Or anything like that.
But like me physically being in the kitchen and like baking, I don't.
What about like coming up with the concepts and like designs and?
Oh, definitely.
and shit like that.
That I could do.
Yeah.
And like have somebody else like, hey, try this recipe out. Let me know, like, you know how it works, or let's taste this. Yeah, that for sure. But like physically in the kitchen baking full time all day, every day.
That's what I feel about like cooking.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
No, I already be like, all right.
It's like
I'd be like, I don't want to. No.
yeah, and it's like I take on these jobs when I get like baking, and then I be like, damn, why the fuck did I take on this wedding that I gotta do?
and that money here.
And then exactly that too. And then when I get, into it, I'm in it. Like once I'm in it, I'm just like, oh, maybe I'm, And then when I get the money, I be like, this is why I did it.
But
But in the start, I just be like,
a lot of people, or at least like a lot of people I've heard, books I read, the money comes no matter what. Like you will find a way to make money doing what you want to do.
oh,
Whatever
absolutely.
your passion is, you gotta find a way to make money.
I actually kind of have like the opposite effect because I've heard a lot of people tell me like, "Why you not charging them?" It's like,
Same here.
I
Start off,
know.
though.
So like for me, it's like, why you dancing for free? And I'm like, cause I just like to dance. Like I don't like I always have to get paid, but I'm not getting paid, but I'm getting exposure. But like people, they don't view it like that. It's like, nah. Some people are like, no, fuck that. You're talented. You should be getting paid. Like I see you dance better than people I seen on TV already. It's like I appreciate that. But like,
Just skipping past.
yeah, it's like
skipping a couple steps.
you skipping shit.
me out for giving out free beats?
Huh?
Huh?
What's that?
Wasn't you cussing me out for giving free beats? And
Yeah,
I was
that's
explaining
right.
you the same thing?
Nah.
This
How
That's the same
no?
That's the same thing.
Like,
That's literally the same.
Fire.
Your shit too fire. You need to be charging me motherfuckers.
It was the type of BT, but okay, we ain't gonna go there.
No, but
Because
it's the same
It's the
thing.
same thing
It's
though.
literally,
Nah,
you could be
nah,
giving out the
man.
most fire choreography, but if
No,
you
no,
don't
it's the
have the
same thing,
name
man.
to where it's gonna sell,
Yeah.
your name. People don't pay for choreography. People don't pay for a beat. They pay for the reputation.
name.
They pay for
Yeah,
the
right,
name that
yeah,
comes
yes.
with it. Shasta and Coke, damn near taste the same, but Coke has a brand that they worked for.
You're
So
not
people
gonna
don't
pay
pay for that.
$3 for a 20-ounce Shasta.
Shut up.
Hey,
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, you gonna be like, here go that $3.
Yeah,
It's like you have to put in that
Shut up.
that hustle to get your name out there.
But the
to where
thing about it
is the
is,
brand.
when do you draw that line? When do you draw the line? My thing with him was like, he was at the point where you're supposed to draw the line.
I think it comes.
To me,
like you'll know when it comes, because I was doing free shit, baking and shit. Oh, you need some cupcakes? I'll do your cupcake. Okay, how much? No, it's good. I got you. And then it start coming to a point to where everybody starts saying like, this hella good. Oh, can you do this? Can you do this? And then I start charging, and I was charging just a little bit. And then people start saying, that's all you charging? Like my auntie, she ordered 2 dozen chocolate cupcakes. Basic cupcakes. No decoration. All she wanted was like colored frosting. And I charged her $35. Why the fuck are you, $35? That is that. I'm like, this is the most basic cupcake that you can get. Like, what am I supposed to be charging for a chocolate cupcake?
it's like,
Like,
you
it's
don't-
already-
yeah, it is,
Like,
it is hard.
Safeway charges for I think 10 cupcakes like $12.99.
That shit nasty. Your shit fire.
And that's what I'm saying. But I'm charging $35. Like that's
for some flavor.
Like, there's a chart that I saw. I liked it a lot. It's 4 different categories. The first category you're in, you probably don't have the most experience. You're doing work for free to get your name. As more people start working with you, you build your clientele. Then you start to charge your clientele go down. You're charging a low fee. Once you're able to charge a good enough people at that low fee, you move up to the next one. You know, some of those people will navigate with you because they trust you. They'll pay a little bit more. And then you get to the very high end where you're charging probably the absolute most. You probably won't have as many clients, but the amount that you're making.
So it's the tier system.
Yeah.
So how do you know where you are in that?
That's up to you to figure out what
That's
is
like-
your
I
business.
need to be client.
It's understanding
really
your
up to you.
customers,
Yeah.
understanding,
Yeah.
knowing what they're willing to pay, and knowing what you're putting into it. The amount of hours and time you put into something, you might see it as only being worth this much, but if all your clients are saying it's worth this much, it might be time to up them prices just a bit.
Yeah.
Because if they're telling you it's worth that much, they're gonna pay.
Yeah.
You might lose 1 or 2 people, but that word of mouth is still gonna be out there and it's gonna bring the rest of the customers in.
I just asked that because it's like I'm kind of like in between. Like I have my regular customers, like when I do like
Birthday.
random sales, like I'll sell out. But then I've also had those like high end customers, like
So with you're in a good position of you don't have a location or a shop to where you have to have the prices posted.
Yeah.
You dictate the prices. So you're actually in a position to where you should have a sliding scale. You have those people who came in with you from the beginning,
Yeah.
who know your work, and you could bump that price up more. But if you don't want to run them off as clients, you can keep it like manageable. But you also have those high end clients to where they got the money, they know your work. Even if you shoot them a crazy number, like if they're not willing to pay that, they still know you. They'll be willing to negotiate.
right.
No, but I could do 75, which is going to be more than the 50 you would have charged them off top. So knowing your worth and being able to manage,
I think that's where a lot of people fail too, or
Not
get
understanding their worth.
negative notations too. It's like I know I'm good, but
am I that?
am I that good?
Yeah.
And I think it's also that you don't want to risk it.
Right.
It's
A lot of people are afraid to risk.
like you don't want to throw out a price. They might not buy it if I say this much. If they don't buy it,
Literally, what's
Then
the
bring it
worst
down.
thing that could happen?
they say no.
Literally,
No.
that's the
I mean,
only
that's
thing.
true, but then
Yeah.
again, this is like say I had, like for the Warriors, for example,
Mhm.
let's say I said, when they asked me, I was like 2,000. And they're like, nah, that's too much. We got this other person, we're gonna go with them. Damn, I could have said
Now in a
1,000,
situation like that,
and they said, yeah, and then I got that $1,000 plus this big ass platform
that's what I'm
that
saying.
I'm doing.
So
you know?
know what you're willing to risk for the amount. For something like that, to where you're getting that exposure that's going to come with it, being able to take that cut is like, oh, that's fine. I'm still cooking for. I'm still
that's
baking for
where
the
you
Warriors.
go with the safe negotiation.
But let's say it's just somebody with a lot of money in a house somewhere doing a house party. Like, you don't know this person. You don't know what's going to come from that. 2,000, and they're just like, no, we're going to go with this other person. All right. Another person's going to come around that was still, like, the clients will always keep coming. People are always going to keep buying shit.
Right.
If you lose one person, that's just a lesson for you to learn. Next time, okay, don't say 2 racks, say 1,500, say 1,000, 12. Like, it's just a
And
learning
even-
process.
And even then, again, it's a 50-50. They might say yes to this.
You never know.
You can say
That's
1,000,
true.
and no, their budget was 2,000.
That's why I normally ask, what's your budget?
What's your budget? That's definitely a good way
That's
to
the
go with
first
it.
question I ask. What's your budget?
Yeah, until you establish an exact, this is what I'm charging, regardless, because I have enough people paying this price, then yeah, be open to, what is your budget?
But yeah, that self-worth is a big thing when it comes to like negative notations and not like knowing your worth.
I think it's really important for people to talk themselves up. Like I think we do a really good job of talking not only ourselves but each other. Like we champion each other. We also are very confident in our own abilities and our own success.
I also feel like I think y'all are a lot better at certain stuff than y'all think that y'all are.
Yeah.
For example,
The graphic design.
the graphic design shit. I'm like, Beezy, you could do what I'm asking you to do. And
Nah,
you're
nah, I
like,
can't do
no.
it.
I'm like,
can't.
nigga, if I show you what they already got, I already know that you can do it. So just be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and let's get this money. But even when he said no, I'm like, Janelle, what's up?
Like, we gonna
somebody
gonna get
one
this
of us
money,
will get this money with me.
we gonna keep
Like, but then is that also like negative? Like,
no, but that's
I can make a fire, but I know it ain't gonna be like.
but that's not negative. That's realistic.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference between saying I can't do something that I already do or something that you're capable of. You saying I can't make that cake. You can make the cake. You just haven't put the time or the effort. You haven't researched or haven't found a way to do it. But saying I can't build that car, I probably can build that car. But if I was to, but I'm about to say, but if I was to try or if I was to read the books, I could work up to doing it. But where I'm at right now, realistically, I can't do that shit. Mm-hmm. But there's the difference between telling yourself or stopping yourself from doing something you're capable of and something you ain't got no business doing.
Right. Being real with yourself.
Yeah.
Believing in yourself and lying.
Yeah.
It's like people who do have support groups where you're not honest. Kind of feeds into like that just self negativity. You know, if people are telling you one thing, eventually it's all gonna hit to where the truth is gonna come out, and then you start reflecting poorly on yourself.
So you saying like when your support group or your team, whoever, they're
pumping you up,
they're gassing you up, falsifying where you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
they're falsifying information,
falsifying documents, gassing you up.
Because once it comes into reality, like if I'm talking, nigga, your cupcakes
but
is
they
fire.
hella dry and brittle, and
you know, maybe you overhear something or something like that. You go to somebody, and they give you the feedback like, yo, I don't know who told you to make cupcakes.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
that's odd because my partners was like, these was hella
The
good.
motherfuckers
Those ain't your
lie.
friends.
You know what I'm saying? And that happens to people. And then you really build that self-doubt.
Not because it's our circle to be telling them. We the fucked up.
No,
circle.
yeah.
Like, we're the fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's a big way of creating that self-doubt.
You probably.
A lot of people would take that as like all right, well, I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah. They'll take the filter.
Or do
out.
you turn that into, I need to keep going, I need to get better?
It depends on how the feedback was delivered. That's what he's saying. There's a difference between you saying, yo, cupcake's hella motherfucking dry and I want to be my motherfucking tube. And then you saying, you know, maybe the next time you try it, maybe you should add some milk.
I don't think
But I mean, I'm
criticism
saying,
matters.
I think it should.
But it's what you're delivering.
That, but
It's
also with that, I think that's self.
Yeah,
Like,
you
if
can't
somebody tell me
like
your student's not gonna learn how to read by the time they leave you, oh, okay.
bitch bet.
Watch.
But you competitive.
Bet, bitch.
That's a competitive nature, though.
It's
That's
believing
competitive.
in his capabilities.
Yeah, but it's also still being competitive
That
because
you
you
can't. This is what I'm gonna do to get there.
Like Charlamagne said,
Go back.
you can't control how somebody reacts to something.
Yes, correct.
So you could tell somebody, I don't really like these, and that's just you being genuine. You're not.
Right.
There's no malice. There's no hate. They could take that as like the worst shit in the world. But you can also tell somebody, yo, shit is trash, bro. You should stop baking. They're like, all right.
But in both of your examples, you gave no option of real constructive criticism. You just said you didn't like it. You didn't give them something to do with it. That's also different.
like
That's the difference. If he would say just like he said it, versus saying, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't like your cupcakes. Maybe you should try to add some yogurt or some gelatin to your batter to make it blah blah blah. That's different than you saying your shit is trash.
perfect example.
But I didn't get constructive criticism on either. I literally
No, that's what I'm saying. That's different.
I know, but I'm saying you can't control how the person reacts, no matter how the criticism comes.
Right.
But I'm just saying, I feel like the person would be more. Hopefully, the person would be more accepting if you gave them constructive
but
criticism.
We're not trying to figure out how to get them to accept your criticism. We're saying it doesn't matter how the criticism comes. You can't control how they're going to take it.
Don't worry about what other people are saying necessarily.
Perfect example. When such and such told me, hey, you shouldn't be in this program. You're not, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to finish this.
Mm-hmm.
College might not be for you. When I was in high school, I didn't even think about going to college. But when that bitch told me that, I was like, okay.
You went to go get 2 degrees.
I got 2 degrees.
And a master's.
And getting my master's right now.
Yeah. I feel it.
Wait, for some people, it's more
If you would be,
Yeah, that's feeling it.
the way it's given, it doesn't really matter. You can give it soft.
I don't
and then
agree
take
with
it hard.
that. I don't agree with that.
Look, so it depends on how sensitive you are, though.
I'm just me personally. I don't agree with the way it's given. Doesn't really matter. I think like it all depends on how you come at me. Yeah, one, it might fuel me. Two, it might fuel me to the point of like Aaron. It makes me okay. I'm gonna show you, or it might fuel me to make me sit back and be like, okay, or it might fuel me to punch you in the motherfucking face. It's levels. I'm just saying.
For you,
like,
yeah, I understand
I'm
for you.
speaking
So
me.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
But I mean, just in a general
I'm
aspect.
saying.
Just in a
Learn to
general
look at the world
aspect.
from a different perspective.
I'm looking at the world from a different perspective. He's saying it did not matter the way you deliver stuff, and I don't agree with that. It does matter the way you deliver stuff.
So
That's what you just
let
said.
me clarify. I'm saying you don't have to say it a certain way. However they receive it is how they receive it. I can say it as politely as possible, and they break down in tears.
Yeah, they can still receive it like.
And I can say the same
you.
thing to the next person so aggressively, and they're like, okay, that makes more sense.
It makes way more sense because she was saying that first, and not making sense too. Whatever. I'm gonna fuck with y'all.
It was
You know,
how he
hands.
perceived it.
Y'all,
That's how he perceived it.
It was how he perceived
My
it.
bad.
Yeah, exactly.
That we were able to clarify.
And I was like, no.